Stressed during pregnancy? Give me the next 10 minutes and I will walk you through my process of handling intense stress during pregnancy so that you are feeling well, content, and happy. Being stress free and relaxed prepares your mind and body for labor, and also it's good for the optimal development of your baby inside the womb. I want to give you the personal peace procedure worksheet, which will help you to uncover and clear all the stress during pregnancy so that you can have ease and peace within. Just send me a DM with the word peace and I will send it to you. I won't even ask you for your email. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nilofer Safdar, and I'm the owner of Energy Wise, where I've helped hundreds of women clear stress, anger, disappointment, overwhelm, disbelief, sadness, confusion, etc., and have ease and peace inside. In every single video, I teach you one tip or technique to heal from inside out. Give me the next 10 minutes and I will walk you through my process of handling intense stress during pregnancy so that you're feeling well, content, and happy. Being stress free and relaxed prepares your mind and body for labor and for the optimal development of your baby inside the womb. Now, I got this message from one of the listeners. She said, I live with my in laws. I'm pregnant and they continuously badmouth it. I just can't take it anymore. I hear you. And see, this is a very challenging situation, especially when you're pregnant. Now, you might be having obsessive thoughts about the situation. You might have a lot of worry and anxiety, even anger. However, if left unresolved, the chronic stress could cause problems for your baby. These can include effects on your unborn baby's growth and the length of your pregnancy, which is the gestation period. They can also increase the risk of problems in your baby's future physical and mental development, as well as behavioral issues in childhood. So, how do you deal with this? Now, the best situation would be not to actually have these stressors in your life, but life really doesn't work like that, right? Sometimes you just have to live with challenging people. Now, also, the other thing is, if you are living with challenging people, can you really change them? Okay, so how can you live with these challenging people while having ease and peace within, while having the peace of mind within? Okay, so the thing is, I will give you a very simple process. Focus on what you are feeling right now. Okay, in this moment, what are you feeling? Okay, and right now in this moment, you could just be, okay, all is well in my world. So all is well in my world. However, it could also be that in this moment I feel very hurt, I feel really stressed, and I keep getting these obsessive thoughts about these people, or I feel this tightness in my chest, or I feel this clenching in my solar plexus, or it could be like I feel like someone is stabbing me in my back. Any of these feelings, it could be right now. Okay, so what you do is now you get an intensity on a scale of 0 to 10. So on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is it, where 10 means maximum intensity and 0 means no intensity. So say you got a number like 8 or 9 or even 10, whatever. So now what you can do is now you can release these. Now when I work with my clients, I use energy healing and a process of energetic releases. You can use whatever tools you have, and it could be tools like EFT, TAT. It could also be NLP. It could also be, just doing deep breathing. Whatever tool you have, it's okay to use those tools. Okay, now use those tools and bring that intensity down from 8 or 9 to 0. Now typically you might have to do a few rounds of it, like in every round, maybe one or two points might reduce. Whatever it is for you, it doesn't matter. Now sometimes, if you feel like nothing is changing, you can use a statement like, I don't want this to change, or I want to hold on to this. You can use one of these statements, and then clear on that. And usually what I've found is, as soon as you use these statements, as soon as you acknowledge that you have resistance to changing it, it will actually change. Okay. And then keep going until the emotional intensity has come down to a zero. Okay. And now when the intensity has come down to a zero, what you will find is that usually something that is underneath that might come up. Okay. So the first thought in your head could be like, how could they do this, how could they say such mean things to me, especially when I'm pregnant. That could be the first thought. And then we clear that, and then the emotional intensity goes down to zero. Then the next thought might be, you might remember a situation in your past in which they said something mean to you, the same people. Okay. So again, you take that now, get the emotional intensity of it, and bring it down to a zero again. Again, you might have to go through a few rounds of doing that. Then you might have something which is underneath that which comes up. And this time it could be like an incident in your childhood in which you were bullied by a schoolmate or something like that. Okay. And so again, you do the same rounds. You keep clearing it until the intensity goes down to a zero. And you keep doing this until you come to a point at which suddenly you will go blank. When you go blank, what it means is that whatever can be cleared in this one session has been cleared. And you can no longer work on it anymore. Okay. So what this is doing is, it's not only clearing, as you notice, stuff which is there in the present. Although we are using the present as our guide, we are using the present to clear stuff. What you will find is that past stuff starts surfacing, and these are your past wounds, these are your memories, these are your thoughts and feelings which are generally stuck in our system. And when I mean system, I mean your mind and body. Okay. And so what happens is that now you can access those and you can start clearing those. Okay. And slowly, if you kind of do this on a daily basis, what you will find is that you will come to a state of deep peace. And what I mean by deep peace is, you have started clearing your wounds, your memories, your points of views, and your beliefs from the past. And it's like a computer. Your body and your mind is like a computer, and when you press the delete key, you're deleting certain things. So in the same way, using these releasing or whatever, you're deleting these wounds, these memories from you. So basically what you're deleting is, you are deleting the emotional charge you have around it. And by emotional charge, I mean the stress, the fear, the anxiety, the worry, anger. All of these constitute emotional charge. Okay. So what you are doing is that you are deleting all this. And as you delete all these, you will find that your triggers become much less. And now what will happen is that you will have the same challenging people in your life, and they may say the same things to you, and now this time it doesn't really affect you. Like, let me give you an example. Supposing, if I call if I say to you, you are a purple elephant. Okay. And so, are you going to have an emotional charge to it? Probably not, because number one, you know that your skin is not purple. Although I'm wearing a purple top today, but number one, you will know that your skin is not purple, and number two, you are not an elephant. So it doesn't really trigger you. You look at them, and the thought in your head is, are they insane? What are they even talking about, right? So exactly this is what happens. When your triggers vanish, the same things, the same people will say the same things, they will do the same thing, and it no longer triggers you. But here's one of the very interesting things that I've observed, and it is that when your own triggers get cleared, then you will normally find that these people who trigger your points of views no longer exist in your life. Like, they will just go away, they will just disappear in your life. But for that, you have to do the internal work yourself. Like, right, you have to work on yourself. You have to like do this thing one thing at a time. And I liken this process of, say, right now, all the stuff that triggers you, gives you anxiety, or makes you angry or upset or fearful or whatever, these are like trees, and you have a densely populated forest. And now what happens is, when you take each thing at a time and you clear it, you're like cutting the trees in a forest, one tree at a time. And initially you might feel like, oh my god, I'm not making any headway, it's just taking too much time. But what I want to tell you is, just hang in there and continue, doing that. Continue cutting those trees one by one by one. And what will happen if you do this consistently, and as consistently, I would say, as just 7 days, do it for 7 days, and you will suddenly notice that you have this space in your life, and you will notice that you're getting triggered much less. And even if you get triggered, I would say, go and write down in your list, I got triggered by this, and later you can release it. Okay. And if you keep doing this consistently over a period of time, very soon you will find that there is a clearing that occurs in the forest. There will be space. And then, you keep clearing, and the space keeps expanding, 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 until, there is this tipping point which occurs, when at a certain point the whole forest will suddenly disappear, and you will just have peace. And this is that state of deep peace that I'm talking about, where you have, healed your wounds, you have healed all those things which are kind of really bothering you. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. Type in deep peace in the comments if that is what you want in your life. Okay. Now, I want to give you my personal peace procedure worksheet, which will help you to uncover and clear all the stress that you have during pregnancy, so that you can have ease and peace within. Drop me a line below this video and I will send it to you in Messenger. I won't even ask you for your email. Just comment peace below, and you could feel better and be at peace inside within the next 30 minutes. Thank you for watching. If you have any more topics that you want me to talk about, feel free to message me or drop me a line below this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.